Hey everybody, I'm going to explain to you why I'm incredibly bullish on XRP right now. So if you notice, let's look over here. So typically in the crypto market, you get 5 phases, which is the rise, the crash, the retrace, and the reaccumulation, and then blast off. So what can we see right now? We see the rise, we see the crash, we see the retrace, and we see the reaccumulation sideways. So remember here, rise, crash, retrace, reaccumulation, sideways, sideways, blast off. Same thing. We have a rise, crash, retrace, reaccumulation, sideways, sideways, sideways. What happens next? Exactly, blast off. Okay, so to kind of paint the picture here, if you notice, um, we were inside this sideways reaccumulation box, and that's exactly what's happening here. So let me show you again. We had a rise, a crash, a retrace, reaccumulation, sideways in this box, just like here, blast off. Okay? So rise, crash, retrace, reaccumulation, sideways in this box, and then we're going to eventually, in my opinion, blast off. Another bit of confluence is if you look here, it actually created this triangle. And actually, it's doing the same thing right now. So if you look here, so what do you see? I mean, come on. You can't even get more clear than that. You have the box, the sideways reaccumulation box, which is your launch pad, which is the bigger the launch, the bigger the launch, the bigger the launch pad, the bigger the launch. And another way you can say it is the bigger the base, the higher in space. So right now we're creating a base. We're creating a base, right? So once this base is strong and sturdy, then we can break out. So there you go. So you have a rise, a crash, a retrace, a reaccumulation, sideways, sideways, breakout. You have a rise, a crash, a retrace, sideways, sideways, reaccumulation, breakout. Okay. So let me show you Bitcoin real quick. Let me show you Bitcoin real quick. And I'm gonna explain to you where I think XRP is. Now look at this. I think XRP is right here. Why do I think that? Well, look at this. We have a rise, we have a crash, we have a retrace, and we have reaccumulation. Sideways, 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 blast off. So we had sort of a sideways area in here. Not the prettiest, but is what it is. So if you let's look at Ethereum. Let's go to Ethereum and look at this. Okay, so let's remove all that. Let's get all that. Okay, so look at this. Check this out. We have a rise, we have a crash, we have a retrace, and we have reaccumulation and then blast off. So that's exactly what I want to see for XRP. XRP is right here. We want to see it break out. So if you look here, that is the all-time high right here. So let's go to XRP, USD. So we come here, look at it right here, boom. That's the line we want to get above. So we had the rise, the crash, the retrace, the reaccumulation, and we want to blast off just like just like Ethereum. See that? Just like Ethereum. There's the all-time high right there. We had the crash, the retrace, the reaccumulation, sideways, blast off, breaking above this high and setting a new all-time high. Okay, so that's why I don't understand why people are accumulating Ethereum and Bitcoin and all these coins. Like, I don't understand. They already broke their all-time high. They already completed the 5 phases of the market. Why would anybody be accumulating? I think we have a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is going to retrace back up and then probably keep going down. But if you look, I mean, look at this. XRP is down here. Ethereum's up here. So why would anybody accumulate Ethereum? It doesn't really make sense to me. Especially if you have that lawsuit coming. I mean, it's setting up for a massive breakout. I mean, look at this. Ethereum is all the way up here. It's all the way up here. And then it came back down. But why would I accumulate that when XRP is still very low risk? So Ethereum is way up here. It came back down. So what does all this mean? Well, Ethereum already completed its move. It already completed its rise, crash, retrace, reaccumulation, blast off. So it's already up here. And then it went into its bear market and it's, down significantly, but it already did its thing. XRP hasn't even begun to do its thing yet. Okay? They saved the best for last. Now check this out. I think what's happening here is what's going to happen here. So what does that look like? Well, I mean, what we see here, we had a rise, crash, retrace, reaccumulation, sideways, and then we want to see this puppy break out, hold the all-time high support, and then keep going, right? And then kind of come back down here like Ethereum did, and then retrace, come back down, and then, get ready for the next cycle. So yeah, that's what we have here. Now let's look at XLM. If you look at XLM, kind of the same thing here. We have a rise, a crash, a retrace, a reaccumulation, and then we want to keep going. So, and it's not just XLM. There's a few of them, but like I said, most coins broke their all-time high. They broke this level right here, their 2017 bull run high, and what I'm trying to say is XRP has not, because it is still in reaccumulation because it had a lawsuit, right? It had a lawsuit on its hands. So it has to deal with all that lawsuit crap. So I think that lawsuit was actually a blessing in disguise, because what happened is it allowed it to build this massive level of support. So look at this. Look at these. Let me take everything off the screen and look at this massive base. I mean, it's a huge, super strong, incredible base. Now look at this. This is years. This is years of building a strong base. Look at this. This is back in 2017. So you have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, over 6 years. Boom, 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 boom. Right now, it's building this massive launch pad. I'll show you here, like right here. If you look here, it's the same thing that happened here. See? So what do you think is going to happen next? We're going to get another base here. Okay, so look. We're sideways, 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 massive, huge base. The higher the base, the bigger the base, the higher in space. We blast off, and then look, now we are in an even bigger base. Sideways, 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 years, 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 strength, strength, strength. It's getting stronger and stronger. It's building up. It's coiling up. It's doing everything that it needs to do. Meanwhile, the lawsuit is getting ready to finish up. At the same time, this thing is having a massive cup and handle. Look at that, cup and handle. So what happens next? I mean, come on. If you're not investing in XRP, then I have no idea. I just don't understand, because to me, I mean, XRP doesn't have to take the world stage. It doesn't have to be the number one. But dude, it is literally like so low risk. I mean, look how far away it is from its all-time high. I mean, Ethereum and Bitcoin broke way out here and then they crashed. I mean, XRP is still going sideways. It's still like, it's very boring and sideways, and it's grueling waiting time, and that's what it takes. That's what it takes to really get these massive, massive moves to the upside. You need years of sideways, 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 build up that big, strong level of support, and then eventually, boom, it breaks out, just like it did here. Boom, breaks out. Now, when is it going to happen? I don't really know. But one thing is for sure, it has created a rise, crash, retrace, reaccumulation, sideways, 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 and then what happens next? Crash, retrace, sideways, 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 blast off. So we are waiting for this puppy to let loose. That's why I'm not investing in Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of the top 10 coins. I am putting my money where my mouth is. I am buying XRP. I think XRP is going to be the biggest gainer in history of crypto. Like, seriously. I mean, probably not bigger than Bitcoin, of course, because Bitcoin was pennies and now it's over $20,000. I'm not saying that, but if we can get up to $10 or $15 or even $8 or heck, even $5, that's still a massive move. Now, if we pull the Fibonacci retracement tool here and we come back down here, most coins hit their 2.618 up to the 4.236. I know Ethereum hit its 4.236. So if XRP did the same thing, that's $12.50. I mean, dude, multi-millionaire status right there. Multi-millionaire status. So, I mean, I don't know. I am fully convinced that XRP is going to do something amazing. And I could be totally wrong. I can lose all my investment. This thing can go completely down to zero. But you know what? After years of studying the charts and looking at the different assets and seeing how they run, I know one thing. XRP likes to perform last. So if you remember 2018 XRP, you know what they say? They saved the best for last. And what happened? XRP was last to move. Bitcoin was already in a bear market. It was already in a bear market. It was retracing in its bear market. And XRP was blasting off right here, finishing its move. So what do we have now? Bitcoin is in a bear market. And also Bitcoin is retracing. So that is the perfect storm. You have the crash, retrace, reaccumulation setup. You also have the setup where, it's already at its point where it's, gone sideways for long enough, maybe a little bit longer. And then you also have the lawsuit coming out, right? And you also have Bitcoin in a bear market and it's retracing. That is the perfect storm for this thing to really rip higher. So, I think this could happen within the next 2 years or less, probably less. So if we take this fractal, let's just play around here. If we take this fractal and we move it right there, I mean, that's kind of what we got here. Right kind of in there, right in there. Something like that, you know, where we're meandering around for a while before we get up here. And look at that. $53, imagine that. I mean, man, I'd be retired for the rest of my life. So I don't know. I think it's going to happen at some point. I can't tell you for sure. This is not financial advice. I don't know what's going to happen, but what I think is going to happen, it's going to go sideways like this for a while before ultimately going up again. Just like it did here, you know, sideways, breakout. And then it's above this previous level, sideways, consolidation, massive consolidation, and then finally breakout. So, yeah, there you go. So let's see what happens. I am completely bullish on XRP. I know the world is going to crap and the central banks are becoming exposed. That is why I buy crypto, I buy gold, I buy silver, because I'm betting against the debt. I'm becoming my own central bank. I am preparing my financial situation for the new world, the new financial system. So let's see what happens. You know, trading is great. I like to trade. Trading is fun, but you're gonna have to trade every day for the rest of your life, really, if you want to continue to do that. I don't want to trade for the rest of my life. I want to be a multi-millionaire and not have to deal with trading. So that's why I'm an investor. I love day trading. I love investing, but if I don't have to do it, I don't want to do it, you know? So I believe that XRP will eventually, create a ton of wealth so that I don't have to worry about day trading. I mean, I'll probably still do it just for fun, but, staring at the charts all night, waking up tired, especially when you got kids. You want to spend time with your kids. You want to spend time with your family. You don't want to, really deal with charts. A beefy bank account takes care of that. And this asset right here, XRP, in my opinion, looks like it is creating this beautiful structure that is eventually going to come into fruition. And it's going to make... Look, I've been waiting for this for years. I've been investing in crypto since 2017. I was all in on Bitcoin. And then I got into the altcoins, and then I got wrecked. And then I went through the bear market, and then I learned how to trade. And then it just kept going on. And then I found XRP, and I'm like, wow, everything changed. My whole perspective changed. So I've been accumulating XRP for quite some time. I started accumulating in here. The coronavirus crash, all up in here. So it's been a while. So I hope everybody does well. I hope people have some type of exposure to XRP. Even if you don't like XRP, you're rooting for it to win the SEC lawsuit, because that will set the precedent for the rest of the cryptos. So let's see what happens. Take care, everybody.